Are we good?
Yeah, let's go.
Let's have an intro. Come on.
Look, the intro. What should the intro be? So it should be, hello and welcome to our second podcast.
Yeah.
Number
2.
In the series of possibly 2.
Well, you never know.
So we are going to talk about celebration. We are what? Too many?
Less than 2 weeks.
How many days away? How many days is it? Starts on a Friday, yeah? It's Friday today.
So it's
2 weeks.
Or is it 1 week?
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
2 weeks today.
Or is it 1 week?
No, it's 2 weeks.
What day is it?
What's your name?
I don't know what day it is.
We will make sure he gets home safely. Don't worry.
Thank you.
You might want to introduce.
He's wandered out by himself.
Yeah,
Again. Again.
Just wandered randomly into the workshop and then into the basement.
So joining Simon and myself today is
Hello there.
the legend that is Cat Food Rob.
Hi, folks. Thanks for allowing me into your intimate boudoir.
That just makes me need a shower now.
Yeah.
So
We've crept down the stairs into
Into the bunker.
into the media cellar.
Yeah.
went to the crypt for a
Cold.
crap.
It is cold down here. It is cold.
We have ways of warming up though.
Yeah. So I believe.
So celebration, guys.
Celebration.
2 weeks away, and we thought we should talk about some of our favourite memories, and that's why Rob's here, because some of our favourite memories
Feature. Me.
revolve around
Yeah.
Rob and his antics.
Yeah, definitely the antics.
Yeah. I'm saying nothing. I don't remember any of it, obviously.
So I did pick out some photographs. Did you pick out some
I
photographs?
have picked out some photographs, yeah.
So these are some of our memories that we caught on photograph, because not all of them were caught on any evidential.
Some of them.
Most of them are anecdotal. The ones including me are anecdotal, I hope. I hope there's no photos anyway.
I don't think we got any photos of Rob when he did that.
No. But anyway, talk about
That long night on the bay and then the Long Island tea, and he was rolling around in a ditch.
Yeah, never mind.
No.
It was warm though.
It was warm there.
That was
California,
Anaheim,
Florida.
Florida.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's over 10 years we've been doing celebrations, you know that?
Yeah, we were. Do you know what? I almost went to the first celebration in London.
Right.
CE1,
Right, okay.
but I didn't.
No.
No, did
I didn't go in the end. It kind of didn't pan out, and I didn't end up going. And then
I couldn't afford to do things like that back then.
Yeah. It's always been.
I can't afford to do it now,
No.
really.
The one thing you can say about celebration is always been expensive. Yeah.
well, this year's is quite expensive.
This year's ridiculously expensive. But hey.
2 weeks to go and we still haven't got tickets yet, either.
No.
Yeah, we should say that 2 weeks. We're 2 weeks from the event.
Yeah.
Not only have we not got our tickets, we've ordered them. Actually, let's be clear, we have ordered them. We've not received them. Ordered in the first 20 minutes of them going on sale. Actually,
Yeah.
which is the first time that I've ever done that. It's the first time that I've ever officially bought a ticket for the event as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Always been very, very
But we got
lucky
the
with
first ones.
people.
We had to queue up at Orlando on the first
but
one.
we didn't buy them. We bought them off someone.
Oh, we did actually. Yeah. That's
We bought them off a scalper, off a tout.
Star Wars tout.
It's quite trusting of us, actually. I'll fly all that way.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
On the strength of you can pick your
You pick your tickets up on the
Do
door.
you know what though? That first celebration we turned up, and so this was celebration. Just for the record, this was celebration 6.
6, yes, it was.
In Florida.
In Florida, yeah.
Is that
In
the first Florida one?
in the Rosen. No, I don't think it was the first Florida
No.
one.
No.
But it was in the Rosen. We stayed in the Rosen
We
Hotel.
did indeed, yeah.
And I think we jumped on a cancellation of somebody who couldn't go, and we got a room, and we got the tickets, and we just arrived there, very, very unorganised.
Unprepared.
We didn't have tickets for the bash.
No, we didn't, but we got them a few days later, didn't we?
Yeah, we were nosing around.
Yeah.
We were like, we're gonna make it happen. We're going to the bash, and we found tickets from somewhere. I think
Yeah.
the power of social media. We were just texting around.
Was there any social media that far back? Some time ago.
It's not that long ago. It's not that long ago. But yeah, so we ended up. So we did the whole thing, and to be honest with you, if that one wasn't as much fun, I don't know if I'd have carried on going.
It was fun.
That was epic.
Yeah.
But why was it epic? You got to tell the people.
It was meeting everybody,
Yeah, for the first
Yeah.
first time we'd been in America.
meeting all the people that we've been on the forums with, and we've been on the internet with for years and years and years, and they're all there, and that's what I'm looking forward to. In 2 weeks,
2 weeks' time.
we've got all the friends from all over the world, and everybody congregates in that one spot, and that's celebration for me. That's all it is now.
Plus, the way the Facebook groups have grown over the last year, or the last 2 years, there'll be a lot of new people that we've never met before,
Which
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to.
which will be good.
And there are people in my mind. I've got a list of people. I'm like, oh yeah, I'd love to meet them. Love to meet them.
Yeah.
Love to meet them.
You don't know what they look like.
And I think,
Could be fake.
do you know? I think from back in the day, I think there was Rolf from MEPD that I would love to meet. Rolf Hendrickson. Never met him. Not going to meet him at this one, I don't think.
No.
So he's one that's always eluded. But other than that, I think so far, met most of the people, apart from, as you say, a load of hyperdrivers
The hyperdrive people.
and the people that I feel that I know really well at Rogue 16 already.
Yeah, the Rogue 16 people.
There were so at Anaheim last year. There was so many people that there was people that I wanted to catch up with, and I'd messaged and I said, like, "Where are you?" And let's meet up. Let's have a drink. Let's catch up.
Yeah,
And you just didn't get, because it was so big and there was so many people there.
yeah, that can be an issue.
It just didn't happen.
I mean, the last time we went to London, yes, London. When was that? We should be attaching some years to these. When was the last London?
The last London was
16.
2016.
Yeah.
So when we went to that one, I think we literally bumped into and spent like 10 minutes or something with R2 Dan.
Yeah.
And
Then again, we were on that stand all the time.
We were so busy though.
Yeah.
And he likes to drink in all the panels and stuff.
He does yeah.
And we like to drink and miss all the panels and lay in
pretty much.
lay in the bed
Yeah.
in the morning and not get on any of the panels and not getting on any of the queues. I hate queuing.
So do I. It is a British thing, queuing.
Not for me.
But not for me either. No.
Not for me. I'd rather not go
Yeah.
than queue.
But 16 was good because we had the Bike Scout helmet project.
Yes, we
We
did
wrote
that.
it.
Did anybody? So just before going further, we have picked out. I don't know if I mentioned this. We have picked out a load of photographs. Did anybody pick out and send Clarky any of the photos of the Bike Scout helmet project?
That RS sponsored and took part in.
I don't think I did, because I only had a couple.
I
don't
didn't.
think I
did.
Clarky's
Very
shaking
good.
his head. Clarky's giving it the old head shake.
No.
Uncle Albert, over to you. Have we got any?
I'll tell you what. Let's go back in time
We need
to
to go back.
the early days.
Yeah, we need to go back
Yeah.
to Orlando first, because it
Orlando,
was our
first
first,
Listen,
our first one.
yeah.
So you should have some pictures there, Clarky, from Orlando.
So for me, apart from there were some people that we met that were
So right,
Yeah.
that it was
Look at-
good, that it was good to meet.
I mean, this was
Steve Sansweet and Brian Muir.
yeah.
But look at those other two youthful little bodies.
Okay,
there.
can I?
God.
No.
I know what you're going to talk about.
This is now, we'd been basically wandering around Orlando for a good hour and a half in the morning, just so Rob could go and get a haircut. And then he came out from this haircut and said, "Why have I got a Hitler tash? Why have I got a Hitler tash?" So
No. So the thing is, right, I thought I didn't have time. As I never have time for anything. I didn't have time to go to the barbers before I left.
You don't
So I
need to
thought-
go these days.
I thought, no, streamlined, low maintenance,
Could've
because
done
I
that
haven't got
then.
time. So anyway, look at that. So I have actually thought about making an appointment to go to the barbers before London. So
Okay.
we'll see if that happens. Okay, watch this space
What for?
for a nice beard trim. Get it nice.
Oh.
no tickets for trains yet or anything like that. But
No.
he's got his hair,
No,
hair appointment booked.
No. I said I've thought about it.
All right, okay.
So anyway, so we got there and I thought, it's okay. It's America. How hard can it be to get a haircut? Okay. So eventually I found somewhere on the map and we're like, oh, right, okay, I'll walk over there. We found it. We went in. The guy only spoke Spanish. And I was like, what? And he was asking me stuff like, I was like, yeah, okay, yeah, whatever. Because usually when I go, it's just like, yeah, just whatever you do. You know what you're doing.
Difficult to translate into Spanish.
I don't
that.
yeah. Anyway, he's, I don't know what he did, but it was pretty diabolical.
I must admit my attention wasn't drawn to what is obviously a horrendous tash. It wasn't even drawn to that weird Tintin quiff you've got going on, because obviously back then you should have accepted the fact that you were bald.
No.
My eye was instantly drawn to Simon's Pirates of the Caribbean tribute earring that's going on there.
Oh God, yeah.
That got
Zoom in. So for those who are listening to the podcast and we're showing photographs, we are looking at a photograph with Simon with a pirate earring.
Two, actually.
Two.
I used to have three.
in
that ear.
the left ear. Don't know if that means anything. I remember when we were kids, it seemed to mean stuff. Which earrings you put where? But we're looking at a picture of a very young looking
Very young looking.
Simon.
You're both very young looking,
Yeah.
but you don't have the hair of young men, either of you.
But strangely enough, Steve Stansweet and Brian Muir look exactly the same there as they do today.
Brian Muir
Yeah.
looks exactly the same.
Exactly the
Amazing.
same.
Yeah, but you know why? Because when you reach your sexual peak, you keep your same haircut.
Is that right?
Yeah. Hence,
Is that why Si has about 3 different haircuts a year?
I have one. This one now.
still waiting to
That's it.
peak.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, I'm still waiting to peak.
I think we're all still waiting
So,
for peak.
So yeah, we're looking at a picture with Steve
That's actually-
Steve Stansweet and
Your Hitler Tash at
And,
Rancho Obi-Wan.
at the Rancho Obi-Wan stand.
Yeah, I don't-
at the celebration event.
Yeah, yeah.
Rob's got a bit of a look of Sam Smith here, don't you think?
Oh dear.
That's he does.
This is actually one of the few
Clark
pictures.
is on his way
Yeah.
getting cancelled.
You see, the problem with doing a podcast on photographs is we need to explain the photograph, because people are actually listening to this.
I've just been doing that.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
What have you been listening to, Cat Food?
I don't listen to podcasts, that's for sure.
But that was cool. The whole point of it, if you are listening to the podcast rather than watching on YouTube, where you can see the photograph, it was cool to meet Steve Sansweet.
Yeah.
And the reaction we got.
Hopefully
Not-
Steve will be there this
not
year.
not the first time we've met him.
No?
No, this was the first time.
This was the
actually.
first time we
Yeah.
met him, yeah, with
met him
Brian.
since then.
Met him most at the other celebration.
And Brian. I mean, also hanging out with Brian as well at that convention.
Yeah, yeah.
And when we were talking about cues earlier on, we would pretend to be. I say pretend. We were Brian's
Brian's
hangers-oners.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like you're a
He's
hang-
behind us.
Yeah.
Like you're a hanger
like
on
I'm
to us.
I'm a hanger on to you.
Well,
Well, we were Brian's
No,
hanger.
we were like his boys. We
Yeah.
were his little boys that did things for him.
Can I just correct this here? We merely carried his books.
Carried his book and went for coffee.
Yeah, went for
we
coffee for him.
yeah
and
we
stuff
we
like
would
that.
we would carry books and no, we weren't doing that. We would just, when we got to the front of celebration, instead of going to the queue, we would then carry a load of books or drag
Yeah.
the thing and say, "Oh, we with Mr. Muir,"
Yeah. Mr. Muir's assistants.
and we blagged our way in most days. doing
Yeah,
that.
we did, yeah.
We blagged our way in, And we beat the queues. I didn't go every day, actually. There was a couple of days or one day, I think, I didn't even make it at all.
Yeah, there's a day that I didn't make it at all.
Got up far too late and had other things to do, and then
Well, we started off.
Is that because you were
could
drinking
do
the night
nothing.
before?
Could do nothing with my facial hair. Just could not get it right. So thought, you know what, I'll just give it a miss.
We were drinking by the pool one night, and I was there with the Italian lads and a couple of Australians, and we're all this. I mean, as the night's going on, there's fewer and fewer people, and then there's like a few of us sat round a table. One of them was a county sheriff,
Yeah.
one of the guys there, and someone said, "Hey, Tommy Lee's having a party upstairs." Right, this was only about I think it must have only been about 1:30 in the morning. And we went over to the left, and then tried to get in the left.
I don't remember this.
No, you were giving it in the London nod at that point. You were well away. You'd had your 3 pints and gone bed.
Yeah, I was. I don't remember it. Do you know? I
I
don't
was sat there at the pool drinking Jack Daniels with
I don't
big
even
boys.
remember this story the day after.
Yeah. And then we got to the left, and there was this huge guy stood there, and he went, "You planning on going on Tommy Lee's party?" I went, "Yeah, man. Yeah, we were going to try and get in there." He's already gone. It was just like, shit.
It was
It's
just
only
saying
+1
that.
in the morning.
It was
It's
just
pussy.
saying that.
Yeah, he probably was. But
But one thing that highlights is the fact that when you go to celebration, you meet people. You sat around the pool at night with a lot of Italians, a lot of
Yeah.
Germans. I mean, last year,
But that was why it worked so well because and I'm not going to say we planned it, but because we fell on the hotel room where most of the guys were staying.
yeah,
You just moved from the convention to the hotel party,
which
and
was next door.
everybody
Yeah.
was just in the lobby
Yeah.
around the pool.
you see, when the weather's good, when you're at celebration, the weather's good, you can do that. Might not work this year.
No.
This year. But I mean, last time it was in London, we were there till late with loads of different people for hours.
Oh yeah, we were there late. We'll come to that.
Yeah.
We'll come to that because I did
I mean,
definitely
we-
definitely found some photographs of that.
And one other night that I didn't actually be ill. I mean, we were sat in there with Peter Mayhew, the guys from the Icelandic Garrison, a lot of Germans. I think you guys are there. You know, because that's what it's like. If you've never been to Celebration before, that's what you got to look forward to. You really have.
Yeah, you've probably still got time to get tickets.
Yeah.
If you can
No.
get tickets. Well, you know, we might get them off a tout like we did.
There are ways if you want to go.
Yeah.
There are
But it is,
always
to be
ways.
fair, though, the convention itself is just a minor part of it.
Yeah.
The main part has always been for us is to, to actually
The social
What's
side.
that?
social side.
What's that?
Yeah.
Well, that's inside Madam Two. We've skipped on a few years
All right,
now.
okay. So
for some
after-
reason.
I just thought it'd go chronologically through the.
All right,
but-
so we
No, it doesn't.
so after 6 was
7.
Celebration 7.
Was that Essen? Can't remember.
Yes.
Essen, yeah, one of
so
my
it was-
favourites.
So it was CE2.
Yeah.
If you're not up to speed with the abbreviations, that's Celebration Europe 2.
Yeah.
That's a very young-looking Pete there.
Is that when he was doing a lot of crack?
No, it's when he was young.
I don't think Pete's ever done crack. It's far too healthy.
So yeah, Celebration. Yeah. So and again, this was. Wait a second.
First time meeting a lot of Germans.
Wait a second. Was it Celebration Europe 2 after 6?
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
it was because this was 2017.
That's right. Because we were big friends with R2 Dan, and then
2013.
we're at
That's it.
Celebration, and Dan wasn't with us in Florida
Yeah.
at C6. So when they announced at the end in the what is it, closing ceremony
Mm,
that it was going to Essen,
mm.
almost the minute they announced it, I was getting messages from Dan saying, "Oh yeah, you're coming to Essen, and this is our home ground, and we'll look after you and all that." Yeah, so that's right. So then it was CE2.
Yeah.
But
So I just remembered one of those, one of those nights, and I think it was. I mean,
There's Anthony
Yeah.
Forrest in an RS Props Sand Trooper.
So yeah, we're just looking at some of the photos there in this. We got Anthony Forrest, who's the Move Along Trooper, because it was the Move Along Trooper project, wasn't it, that we to get him back in armour.
Yeah, so I think we managed to get some remnants of organisation ready, and we were
which is unusual.
we were building. So should we talk about that first of all?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we built a suit,
Mm.
and we helped put Anthony Forrest, the legend Anthony Forrest, the Move Along Trooper, back into armour. And he did it, and he trooped, and he wore the armour at Celebration Europe too.
Yep.
That was quite
Quite a highlight.
that was quite an achievement. I think I was really pleased with that. Okay, so let's get down to it.
Right.
What do you remember from that?
What, from the whole thing?
Well, what's the standout? What's the standout thing?
The standout thing for me was
So we're looking at a picture now with a whole bunch of guys that were from MEPD, and they really supported us with and got behind and enjoyed Anthony Forrest being there because of obviously the Sand Troopers,
yeah.
and made the project really special.
Yeah.
I hope a lot of these guys are going to be here.
Yes, even if they're still
I
in
mean,
the
there are
club.
people that have come
I
and
mean,
gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
People
mean,
that have come and gone from the hobby.
yeah, but there's a lot of the Italian guys are still all there.
Oh yeah, Fabrizio.
There. Fabrizio and
He's not in the picture. Though.
he's not on
Okay.
that one. Yeah, I think there's a
So
couple
go
of
on.
Italian guys at the bottom.
What do you remember?
I remember getting really drunk
That seems to be
again.
Really?
that seems
Yeah,
to be a
and
running
then
theme.
I remember
I remember going home early and leaving Pete out.
not being.
Oh, is that
I
when they
remember
went-
getting me finding my way back to the hotel and then deciding I wanted a kebab, and then ended up in a brothel.
As you do.
Well, it looked like a kebab
I
shop
was-
from outside.
I was
I'm sorry,
safe and sound and tucked up
Yeah.
in bed.
but
So-
then I got lost my way, and then spent the next hour or so wandering down the main road trying to find where the hotel was.
So the thing I really remember is we got Anthony's suit out. We'd built it. We'd actually finished. It was all complete, ready. Was it?
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
It was ready. And we took it out, and he came up to our hotel room, and he was like, "Right, we'll try it on and make sure everything's fits." I don't know whose idea that was, whether it was his or ours, but we put it all on him. I think we may have had some adjustments that we wanted to do, but anyway, we put the suit on, and we were like, oh, "How's it feel? Does it bring back any memories? And is it what you know? Is it how you remember the suit?" And he just started doing all these crazy yoga moves. He was doing
Oh, God,
squats
yes.
in the suit, and he was like stretching it all out. And he was like, "Oh yeah, I do all this yoga." And he was, I went,
In the suit.
"That's not really going to work with the suit. Do you remember how restrictive it was?" And he was bending the suit in ways that I thought, "Oh my God, we're going to have to repair all of this before he's even started." But everything was fine. Everything was fine. It stood up to the test that he gave it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So I think that's the thing that I remember most from that Anthony Forrest,
Well, another
Oh,
late,
from the Anthony Forrest thing.
late
Yeah,
night
from the
story.
Anthony Forrest
with
project.
Pete, possibly starring Anthony Forrest, were out at night. There was a poster advertising something with a picture of a sand trooper on it, and they got Anthony Forrest to sign it. It was just on a lamppost in the street.
Just pasted.
Yeah, so they just got him to sign it, and they sort of looked back. I wonder if anyone will ever look at that poster and realise what happened.
So that night,
well, that was the night of the bash as well. You see, wasn't it?
was that after the bash?
Yeah, yeah.
But I don't know if it was that night. Then it may have been. That was the night.
So that's the
Right.
that's the bash there in that picture. It was like a huge.
Oh, that's London.
No, it's not. That's in Essen.
Was it?
Yeah, because this is a huge canopy, which is covering like this bit of the park.
Essen was amazing.
Essen was amazing.
So there was the outdoor
Yeah,
Return of the Jedi,
there was. Yeah, watching Return of the Jedi on a big screen outside.
and then everybody cheering and getting involved in the bits that the fanboys all enjoy, obviously. So that was cool. I remember from that night. I also remember you taking on Disco Steve
Oh God, yes.
in, I don't know where that was, but it was another area.
Yeah, that was the after show. That was the after show party.
Oh, I remember at the bash as well, at the 501st bash. I remember Anthony Forrest taking his guitar,
Oh God, yeah,
and I don't know if he actually played anything, but then Tim Morrison
yeah.
got up and came over and borrowed Anthony's guitar, and he went on stage and he started playing some stuff.
Right.
So yeah, I remember that. That was
I
pretty
don't
cool.
remember that.
Oh, I remember photobombing Steve Sandstreet at the bash. Wish we had that photo, but I don't know who was taking it.
No, that's the thing, isn't it? So many photos.
This is one of the guys from the UKG.
Yep, Steve.
Steve Ware, wasn't it? Yeah. Dressed as the Emperor Hugh Hefner, with a few of the girls as bunny girls from in sort of Star Warsy style costumes.
I think you're using that term loosely there, Star Warsy style.
Oh, you see, this is why you need to watch this on the YouTube.
Well, there's nothing loose about any of those costumes. I tell you that now. So yeah,
But yeah, I think the bash was a good evening, wasn't it?
yeah.
Must have been good. I can't even remember, but that was Essen. So one of the things that I really remember from Essen was we sat down.
Oh,
That was Orlando.
was it? I thought it was Essen.
No.
We sat down, having a drink, round a load of tables, out in the heat, and it was hot, super hot. And we were sat there with some of the big names from the forums that were like the go-to guys when you wanted to know something or whatever about building suits and the history of the Stormtrooper and all that kind of stuff. And we sat there with them, and they were talking to Pete, and they were saying, "Oh yeah, and I built this one, I built that," and I just sat back, and I just soaked it in, and I thought, they're talking to Pete like he doesn't know a thing, and he's built more suits than all of them
Put together.
all of them put together.
Yeah.
And he never kind of, came back at him and said, "Well, I know about this." And
I've built a few suits in my time.
he was so polite, and he just went with it. And I was just like,
Yeah.
they've all got such big egos that they can't see what's in front of them.
Yeah.
And that was my favorite takeaway from the whole trip. That's the bit that I really remember. Fun.
Yeah. But in case anyone doesn't know, Pete's the main armour builder here at RS Prop Masters.
Yes, and has been
Since the start of the business.
for many years.
And has probably built more Stormtrooper costumes than anyone on the planet.
Probably
Yeah, definitely.
a lot every day, isn't it?
Yeah.
Putting them together. Have you got a picture of young Pete?
Pete's on that the one you had up before. He's on, yeah.
Yep, there he is.
There he
Yes, I'm not even in that picture. I must be taking it.
What?
Or am I?
Photo without you?
Yeah, I don't know. I can't even recognise myself in these photos. And this was touched on last week by Rude. We built a Super Trooper.
Yes.
So I did pick out a couple of photos to share with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now this one we were still building.
Proud.
We were still building this in the hotel room.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
the first
so-
Super Troopers ever built.
Interestingly enough, as well, just a quick side note. Myself and Pete both wore the costume on different days at the convention, and shortly after it was Pete's birthday, and his grandma, I think it was, got him a cake made for his birthday
All right.
with a picture of him in the Super Trooper, and,
But it was
and
you.
put it on the cake.
Yeah.
I think he was quite polite and didn't actually tell his grandma, but he did have a lot of fun in telling me that he had a birthday cake with a picture of
You on
with a
it.
picture of me on it.
Who's that stood beside the Super Trooper in that photo?
That's Anthony.
That is Anthony Forrest. Of course it was.
Yeah.
Anthony now lives in Germany.
So we're looking
Yeah.
at a photograph of the Super Trooper, the completed costume with Anthony Forrest.
The completed costume that was completed in the hotel room on the day of the event.
Yeah, that's a Dremel in the sink to try and minimise the amount of mess we were making, because we did have to live there as well for a few days.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's us putting stuff together. And that's, see, I don't even think that helmet's complete there. It's not
No,
even got
it's
an
not.
It's not even got an ear on it.
No.
No lenses in it.
I think that might be answers. I think we were weathering that in a hotel room, you know.
Really?
I know it
No.
doesn't sound like something we would do.
It sounds entirely like something you would do.
Yeah, I'm sure we did.
Because
Where was this? Orlando?
No, this
Essen.
was
This is
Essen.
Essen, Germany.
Did you take it in a kit painted because it was easier to transport it by any chance, or was this just purely
No, I
I
disorganized?
think it was just
It
so
wasn't finished.
so disorganised. It just wasn't finished
and
on
we
the
had
day of
and
the
we
event.
had to get to the ferry. We drove over there with a car full and a roof box, and we took a lot of
Deja
stuff.
vu, anyone
Yeah.
for today?
A lot of stuff. So go back to my favourite picture then of the boat. There we go. Bob gets all the girls.
For anyone who doesn't know, it's a picture of a young lady kissing Boba Fett. Anyone listening on the podcast?
I'm presuming that.
And that is because classic Boba is cool and the Mandalorian cannot remove his helmet. I'll leave you to figure that one out.
Is that. I presume that's Pete in that picture getting kissed,
No, it's
because
not.
Andrea
No,
will
it's not.
absolutely kill you.
No, oh yeah, it is Pete. Yeah.
No, what was next after Essen?
Where did we go from Essen?
Back to it was
The
Anaheim.
Anaheim.
Now Anaheim.
Was there a break?
I think there was a break. Yeah,
Was there a year break?
there was like a year break, and then we'd heard the news that
Or was there?
Yeah.
I can't remember. When was Anaheim then?
Anaheim was
12,
15 or 16.
Well, I think London was 16
London was 16.
Oh, no, 16,
So it had to be 15.
So it's
didn't it?
15. Yeah.
or 14. Comment below if you know what
Yeah.
it was. We can't remember.
I don't think I don't think I've actually got any photos from that one at Anaheim.
Who went to Anaheim?
Well, this was the thing, because I came in work one morning, and we'd both heard the news that Dan had got cancer.
Right, that's right, yeah.
And the first thing
This is R2 down in Germany.
we said is, well, we've got to take a celebration.
Yeah.
You know, that was the first topic of conversation. Walk through the door, have you heard the news? Right, what we're going to do? Well, we'll take a celebration, because he's never done one. And at that
Well,
point,
in the US.
Yeah,
And because we'd had a load of fun in Essen.
yeah.
And I think as well at that time we didn't know the extent of his
illness.
his illness and how bad it was. And it was just it was a no-brainer decision. And yeah, then we went straight out to we had that. I can't believe we've not got any pictures of that, because we had that nice house and everything with a pool, and you know. I mean, I'm sure if we should have asked Dan, because he's got like he's probably got loads of photos.
Well, that would require organisation. Not exactly your forte. Not you personally, but
Maybe you again. So yeah, I mean, Anaheim.
And it was good.
It was really good. Yeah, it was amazing.
It was good. It wasn't as good as C6
No,
for me, because we didn't have that the party after the con,
after the party.
just in the hotel.
yeah,
Pretty much
yeah, I
everybody
see
that
what you
wanted
mean,
to
yeah.
meet, everybody that wanted to meet was staying in the hotel.
Yeah, because we
So
were
it was
at the
just,
house down the road.
you could
weren't
go to
we?
the con, and you knew that when you got back and you were going to get something to eat, that the people that you wanted to see were going to be there, and you could catch up with them and you could chat to them and stuff. And that was epic. But the setup, it was
Yeah.
the setup at Anaheim that was different. It wasn't one hotel that fed the convention. It was people who were a lot more disconnected, I think.
That's like
Like
Europe,
London's
London,
going to be.
and was last time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that is something that is noticeable for the UK
Yeah.
conventions, and to be fair, Essen.
This would be a good
Yeah.
point just to drop in your mention your little meetup or your big meetup, however it turns out. Just obviously talking about people being disconnected and wanting to bring everyone together.
Okay, so the producer's telling us that we need to mention. We probably need to mention it several times.
Fox Ugnaught.
The Fox up north.
The Fox Ugnaught.
Yeah.
After the convention on the Saturday.
Yeah. Which I've heard that the is it the Icelandic garrison are having their dinner there? Or,
Yeah,
so they're all going to be
they're
there.
going to be there. The hyperdrivers are going to be there.
So lucky for them.
Cargo
It
hold
is.
people are going to be
Of course
there.
it is.
Yeah. So that's the place for us to be anyway.
Yeah.
Come and join us if you are attending CE3. 4? Is it CE4?
4.
4. CE4. Celebration London.
So the hotel, the
2023.
Fox Connaught Hotel is just behind the convention centre. It's about 2 minutes walk from the back of a convention centre.
And it's
that
literally
the back
across
or
the
the front?
road from the Premier Inn.
And it's
One
like-
end. It's
So
at
no
one
traffic
end.
for you.
It's at one end. Now, if you go to the XL, just be careful because there's a Fox something at one end and there's a Fox Connaught
Yeah.
at the other end.
Yeah, it's Fox Connaught.
There are 2 Fox hotels owned by the Fox company. The Fox Connaught is the one that we'll be in
Yeah.
on Saturday night.
It's basically the one with the beer garden right out,
Yeah,
right
yeah.
out the back.
Yeah.
It's an old looking building.
Okay, back to what we were talking about. What were we talking about?
Next,
So we were on
We're
about
talking about London.
London.
being disconnected.
Anaheim.
Oh no, Anaheim. That was it.
Moving on from
So
Anaheim.
Anaheim. Yeah, that was Dan's illness, wasn't it? We got a big house. Some really cool things there. What are your memories from that one then? I've got a classic. I've got an absolute
Go on, then you go
classic.
first then.
So probably one of my favourite things that happened at that convention. Yeah.
Yeah.
We had a big house. I forget how many bedrooms, like 5 bedrooms or something. Loads of people were crashing there. People were coming over to crash. I think Keegan came over and
Yeah, he did, yeah.
stayed
yeah.
over. So it was like pretty much an open house kind of thing. Loads of people came back to ours. We were in the hot tub, I think. You got out the hot tub. You came running through one of the living rooms. There was loads of living spaces. You slipped flat on your ass.
Yeah.
Yeah. You went down so fast. But was it Josh or was it Arturo?
A Toro.
He goes right, so he's running through cat food. He slips. He's going right like round a bend, trying to get.
I was trying to get round the pool table.
There's all people and everything, and he's going round. He slips on his ass, right, and no sooner as it happened, Arturo drops to the floor and he starts going 1, 2. It was so fast, it's amazing. I think that was one of my
That's your
highlights.
highlight of
That was one of my
Anaheim.
highlights of the whole journey trip.
Going back to Western now, one of my highlights for that one was actually getting to meet Carrie Fisher and Mark Hamill, because back then the autographs were a lot cheaper and the pound was a lot stronger against the euro.
And back then, Mark Hamill was in the fold with Lucasfilm.
Yeah, yeah. And I think that's the only other time, apart from this time this year, that I've got autographs at Celebration, because I tend not to get them at Celebration because they do cost rather a lot.
And most of the people that you want the autographs of are doing other conventions throughout the year.
There is
for
that, yeah,
much
yeah.
lower price.
I think that's
but
why
it
the
can-
ones.
It can be convenient if you're
Well,
not
that's
going
it.
to many conventions and they're
Yeah.
all there.
Mm,
Snag
I mean,
them while you can.
if you're a Star Wars fan, if you're a Star Wars autograph collector, it is the place to be.
If you're not a Star Wars fan, you shouldn't be going to Celebration.
That's a fair comment. That's
Yeah.
a fair comment.
so after that, we went. We were. It was after Anaheim was back in London, wasn't it?
Yeah, so then it was back to London.
Back to London.
Back to London.
And
Now, my biggest memory of that is you coming out of the toilets after Ray Park and then grabbing hold of his shoulders and shaking him like a British nanny, going on about oil and water and about how the prequels. And he didn't. I mean, none of us understood what you were saying anyway.
I think he
But
had his
even
big
worse,
boy then.
so is Ray was just completely bemused by what the hell was going on.
right, Ray is a nice guy.
Ray's a nice guy, and he
Brilliant guy. Yeah.
on that particular event, he took a lot of stick from drunk people.
Oh,
It
yeah.
must be said, he really did.
To be fair, he did
I'm
a lot
looking
of
at you,
drinking.
Jamie Hicks.
He did a lot of drinking that night
He did a lot of drinking that night.
himself.
Oh yeah,
And then he was late the next day.
No. He was supposed to do a photo shoot the next day.
Yeah.
First thing.
Yeah.
But apparently he was in the gym.
Yeah.
Not
in bed.
He wasn't.
Being ill,
he-
nursing a
he-
hangover.
I saw him staggering to the lift.
Well, here we go. Well, we got some
Yeah,
images.
yeah.
We've got some images. There's another one that I sent you as well.
So there's myself in the middle there, and there's Ray Park at the back
Mr. James Hicks there.
Yeah.
with Daniel Logan.
He was a bit of a trouble
James
causer.
Hicks, a couple of the Irish guys on this side. Yeah,
Yeah, a bit of friction that night with James and the
yeah.
Irish guys. I think.
Well, there was a
wasn't
bit when Ray had to sort of sort them,
Yeah, right.
sort of
Stepping in.
and like, no, calm down, lads, calm down. You know. we've all
But I
had-
was. I
all
mean,
had
to
a
be
drink.
fair, I was being nice. I was saying to him, Ray, the prequels aren't the shitty Star Wars films anymore.
Yeah,
That's what I was saying.
That's
to him.
what you were saying in your head. The way it was coming out was, Ray, oil and water, prequels, and then you were shaking him like that, and then it's like, and he was just going, yeah, all right, mate, whatever.
Well, so the oil and water thing, the oil and water thing is when you go to the conventions, Star Wars fans separate like oil and water. There are some that go there for completely different things than another group. So one's the water group, one's the oil group, yeah? And the oil group tend to be the people that like to shake Ray Park in the pub at like 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. I think the RS team fall into the oil group then.
For sure.
What if oil and water? I'm reading into this where you describe the OT and the prequels. What's the third element now? Because it's oil, water, and something else.
No,
with
it's
Star
not.
Wars,
It's
isn't
the
it?
fans. It's not the films. It's the fans. Just two sets.
Yeah.
But you not think there's going to be more than two sets now because of the likes?
No,
of...
I don't think
No.
he's in. I don't think he means the prequel fans and the OT fans. I think he means the fans who
No, it's
go
just the
there
fans.
to get
I'll give-
drunk, and
I'll
the
give you-
fans who
I'll
go
give you an
there to be
idea.
part
I'll
of
give
the
you an idea.
experience.
I think it was that particular night. We were walking back to our. I'm going to say digs.
Yeah,
It
Yeah?
was late.
Yeah.
It was
an
late.
it was an Airbnb and it was like digs. It wasn't glamorous at all. But we were walking back. We'd been in the pub with Ray Park shaking him,
Yeah. We were walking through the convention centre of the convention centre.
giving him plenty of giving him plenty of good
Good
feedback.
advice. Yeah,
I
good
like
good feedback on his
I
on
give
his
plenty of good
films.
vodka. I know that.
And yeah, we walked through. We were at one end. We walked through the actual convention hall to get out the
We're
other
walking
side.
back to the digs, absolutely rat-legged at 3 o'clock in the morning,
And
and
there
there were people queuing up for armbands to get into.
So it doesn't matter if they're the oil or the water, but
No.
they are a different group than we are.
Yeah,
I
think I
understand.
can safely say that. No disrespect to them, but we did give them some stick.
Yeah.
Anyway, we've missed something out here because I think this was either the second or third night. But on the very first night,
That was a hell of a
you didn't get there until late.
No. So as usual, I don't know why I was so late, but I was working still in the studio and came down on the train, didn't I? I think I got
Right.
a very late train. Did you
Means-
guys get the train?
Me and
No, we
Syed
were in a
drove down.
van. We were in the van.
Drove
We,
drove
down.
down.
we had all the display stuff.
Yeah.
that
Oh,
was-
that's right. Yeah.
that we were setting up.
Yeah. So you had to set off early, and I wanted to get an extra few hours, or even it might have been a night. When did you go down? In the morning.
Yeah, it was like let's say it was a Thursday morning. We went down on that Thursday morning and
Right,
set up the mannequins and
I got
everything
a fairly
around
late
the
train.
UKG
I don't
stand.
think I got there on that day until like 11:30, 12 or something.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
I
it was
managed to. I
like-
got
yeah.
the train down there. I got all the way across London
Mm.
and found the digs. Managed to work out all the stupid codes with it being an Airbnb about how you get a padlock open and time locks and all that other shite they do, which annoys me. Managed to get in there. I'm looking round. Right, okay. Go in each room. Oh, somebody's stuff's here. Someone's found an empty bed. Right, this is going to be where I'm sleeping. Put my bags down. And then I hear all this commotion outside. Like,
Yeah.
"Rah, rah, 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 rah." And I'm like, yes,
Arrived
I've made
in-
it. Here I am. London.
Yeah.
This is the big city. This is what I'm expecting. This is London. And I look out the window And what do I see? A taxi driver, you and you, rowing with him.
Well,
I'd literally only just got there, and you're rowing your heads off. And what's it all about?
no idea.
Somebody's done a little bit of sick in somebody's car,
It's
hadn't
only a
they?
little bit. It's only a little bit. He made a big fuss about it.
There was a lot of fuss.
He was, yeah. He was a bugger.
Yeah, so that was pretty cool.
Si got him in order in the end. Sent him on his way.
Yeah, sorted him out.
Sorted him out. It was noisy.
You came in, you looked a little bit dazed and confused.
Yeah.
Got some, got
Yeah,
some sleep.
he'd had a sniff of the barmaid's apron, so
Went to
Forgotten
sleep.
everything by the morning.
I don't think I woke up the next day. I think I spent the next day in bed. Yeah, I did.
this is the thing. He's like, all right,
missed-
come on. We dropped all the stuff off.
You
We
missed
dropped-
the first day.
Missed the first day
We
of
dropped, we
celebration.
dropped the van off,
Get in bed.
and then it was like, right, we're in the pub. So we went to the pub, and who do we bump into? We bump into Guy from Archive X.
Oh no!
We bumped
Oh,
into
no.
Yeah.
Jamie X,
Jamie Hicks. I don't know
and there was a load of
Dan and his girlfriend,
Dan.
and there's a few of the German guys.
yeah, and who else was there? There was a load of us, and I think even Tech and Top were with us at that point.
Oh,
Just
really?
stood there, just all
they doing
drinking-
the stuff?
No, they weren't. Now,
No, it's-
but we were just all like stood around drinking, telling stories, and it's like anyway. Next thing you know, the last order's bell's going, and he's like, I mean, as we're walking to the pub, he's going, I don't normally drink, I don't do these sorts of things. I said, well, you're at a celebration now, man. You're gonna have to, put a drink in your hand. So anyway, it comes to the last bell and everything, and we're finishing our drinks off, and it's like, has anyone seen cat food? And like, next thing you know, he's sort of half hanging off a bench. I said, well, we better get a taxi.
This celebration is going to rule, isn't it? I think this one's going to be. I think this one's going to be good.
This is going to
Is
be
it
good.
go
and
big
I'm
or
not going
bust?
to drink quite as much. I think that's was the thing that I'm going to take to celebration is not drinking quite as much.
I think anyone who's going. What? I
Not
think
quite
anyone
as
who's going. Completely contradicting what Rob has just said. I think anyone that's going needs to come with the mindset of go big or go home.
Go big or go home. Yeah. In the bar. That's
Oh,
what
I
we're
can't
talking
wait.
about.
I can't wait. My boys are going as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not gonna be in the
They're
bar,
old enough to
though, are they?
drink.
Yeah,
No.
So you're going to have to
all right.
stay in the hotel at night and look after them.
yeah.
Yeah.
And Andrew will be going out.
Yeah, me and Andrea, Si and
Yeah,
Andrea,
I will
we'll
be
be
doing-
out drinking.
I will be doing that, yeah. But I'll sneak a few moments in to come and meet friends.
I'll just cut all this bit out so it doesn't make you look like a bad parent who's neglecting your kids.
I'll be having a drink.
He's just a shank.
This
He's
is
just
holiday.
a shandy drinker.
This is holiday. This is celebration, and this is Star Wars.
First proper break we've
Everybody
had since
knows
the
it.
end of
It certainly is for me.
since the end of the lockdowns.
It certainly is for me because last year I didn't get a holiday at all.
No, we didn't.
I had. Did you not?
No.
I had a horrendous accident. What happened?
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ.
cut.
I went to celebration and really enjoyed it.
You went to celebration. I missed going to celebration.
Yeah,
Because Connor was in his final year and he was doing his exams.
yeah.
And then a month later,
After celebration.
horrendous
Horrendous.
crush injury.
Yeah. Right. You never
Still
mentioned
recovering.
it.
If anybody wants to notice my limp
mentioned
while
it.
I'm at celebration, you will see it
Pete
because it is real.
broke his leg at
Insert
the same
violin
time.
music here, slowly creeping up
Oh my
over
good
Rob
God.
talking.
That's all he's after. Is these people to come with, how's your leg?
If anyone says to me, how's Rob's leg, I'm going to say, go and kick him and see what happens.
If anybody is coming and they want to take pity and give me some swag, then that's fine.
Yeah.
You can do that. And I think you should not give any of these three any swag. You should give it to me instead.
It's all right. Then I'll keep all our swag. Then
We got swag this year.
we've got swag to give out.
Mentioning it.
Oh.
Don't know.
Don't
I've just mentioned it. We've got swag to give out, but that's all you're gonna get.
Yeah. Special.
It's a podcast, so we can't show it.
No.
That's a fair comment.
Even though you spent the entire time describing photos.
So are you dropping any more photos in? I sent you a much better picture of Ray Park and Simon.
Oh Jesus!
Oh my good
What
God.
the fuck's going on there?
Got your head the wrong way around, or your shoes on backwards.
Can you still do that?
No, I don't think so. It's been a while since I've done it. I tell you what, after me physio tomorrow, we'll soon find out.
So if anybody's just listening to the podcast version,
or even watching the video, because
Simon has a trick where he can turn his feet the other. That's it.
That one.
Simon
yeah.
has a trick where he can turn his feet the other way.
Yes.
And
I used to do it at celebration dues and all sorts. And
Yeah.
and
so-
your Freddie Mercury impersonation.
So if you
pretty good.
if you do see him walking the convention, just say, "Hey, turn your feet round."
I don't know. So yeah, that's yeah. Myself, Daniel Logan, and Ray Park. There's some other guys there, but I can't really make out who they are. I think that girl in the background is not even looking bemused as to what's going on as well, because I think that's the girl that Ray was chatting up until
Until
we
we all took over.
we all marched in there and took over the place.
He didn't mind, no.
No, he didn't, because he's a
loves
nice
the
guy.
fans. He loves the
Of course
fans.
he does, yeah.
If you see Ray in a bar,
Buy him a drink.
buy him a drink.
Yeah,
Go and spend some time with him.
yeah. If he's with a lady, just
Tell him how good Darth Maul is.
Yeah.
He loves it. Who wouldn't? Who wouldn't love it?
Having said that, though, every time we saw him after that on that weekend, he did go, "If just give me a minute," and then
Yeah, he did.
and
He
He
did.
did.
He scarpered.
He did.
Yeah.
He did avoid us a little
Yeah,
bit.
he did. He
afterwards.
did
I
avoid
don't
us a
know
little
why.
bit. Yeah.
No
In fact, he
idea
avoided us at the following convention in, I think was it Orlando the year later.
Yeah, I think he did.
Yeah, he avoided
did.
us there as well because
I think he did.
we were in the foyer of one of the hotels, and he went, "I'll just be back in it," and then he ran off. There was like a cartoon like smoke ring
It's
as
like
he went.
it's a part of RS.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't think I think it's a night that he probably won't forget either. So
Let's hope so.
yeah,
Let's hope so. Let's hope we made it special for him.
Yeah.
Okay, we've got any more photographs that you want to pop up before we move on to the next one?
oh yeah, the old
So
lightsaber trick.
Yeah, this was we should bring this back.
I think so.
We
yeah.
should bring it back.
Yeah.
Do you know this one?
No.
So what you do is
You need a straw,
straw.
but it has to be like the really thin cocktail straws.
Okay.
A lot of them you get in the States. So
Yeah. Oh, I was tiny little thin
Oh,
ones.
the thin
Yeah,
ones,
I've seen those.
Them ones. You can get them on Ribena and stuff as well.
Can you?
Yeah.
Oh, don't drink Ribena. No alcohol in it.
You make a valid point.
anyway, yeah. So the idea is to get someone to hold their hands or fist
Like they're holding the
like
hilt,
they're holding the hilt
of
of a lightsaber.
Right.
And then you, with your phone, you place the straw between the person and your phone on the camera,
Right.
and then when you click the flash, it lights up like that.
You need your flash on. I don't know if modern phones
I don't think my phone has a flash.
work. No, it will do.
Well, you think so?
I would have
I
thought
don't know.
so.
What is it? An Ericsson T20?
That's very old.
You probably can't actually take a photograph on
It's
that.
the Nokia
think it-
5110.
I'm just waiting for my wife's contract to run out so I can have her old phone.
Yeah. That
So
makes
yeah,
sense.
that's
So that's a trick.
yeah. I mean, that's the.
That's
I thought we had a lot more
pretty good,
pictures
that.
of doing those sorts of
Yeah.
pictures. 'Cause we
Again,
were-
for people who can't see
Yeah.
the photo, we've got a photo of this effect, and
yeah,
it's very good.
So,
As the person looks like
it was
they're
Art
holding.
Andrews that showed me that.
Lightsaber.
So thank you, Art.
Yeah, quite possibly.
And it was.
Is that Mrs.?
I don't know. I don't think so. No.
Was she
Can't
with their
remember.
group? She was
yeah,
with
she
their
was.
group, I'm
She
sure.
was. I think she was. I can't remember if
You bleep the names
she
out.
was one of the.
Bleep the names.
Bleep the names out. Bleep the names out. Yeah. So yeah, there was a group of them, and everyone was doing it to each other
Right.
Oh my God.
The lightsaber.
The
with the straws and
Yeah,
the lightsaber. Yeah.
Yeah.
Does it have to be a white straw? Can any straw?
No, that's actually a red straw.
All right. It's the flash that just.
It's the flash that makes it light up. You see.
Amazing.
We'll show you how to do it.
They'll show me how to do it.
Amazing.
In celebration this year.
It's a good icebreaker for people.
Okay. Have we got anything else? Because we've done these celebrations, but we've got some
Are we moving on?
Images.
To celebration?
We've just to show now. We've got some.
got all sorts of different ones.
Go through them. Go on the picture of.
Oh yes, no, yeah. Let's have this one here. The one with
Go on, fire them up.
uh,
The one with the dead people.
the one with The one with Jeremy Bullock and Rob Taylor. That's the one. Look at that. So this was Orlando.
This is the Orlando after
This is-
party bash.
So this is it. Yeah, this is an image of
This
myself,
is the VIP area.
That was the VIPI area.
Cat Food Rob,
Yeah. Jeremy Bullock.
Woody the Woodman, Houghton, and Jeremy Bullock. And can I just say, you can see the quality of Jeremy's shirt. Look at it.
Yeah.
I mean, look at them. That ragtag bunch
I know.
stood next to him.
Next to him.
And then you've got Jeremy looking.
Very dapper. There's also some
on,
pictures.
hang on.
Who else was with
Hang on
us
a
there?
second. Is that not Ryan Johnson?
No, that was a story that we made up.
That was right, yeah. I just had my hair cut and I looked a bit like the way Ryan Johnson has his
You
hair.
didn't look anything like
No,
that.
you didn't look like anything like
But the
Ryan
thing
Johnson.
is,
But
At all.
everyone
nobody,
told,
nobody really knew what he looked like at the
Yeah.
time.
that's a fair comment, yeah.
Who's Ryan Johnson?
So
Exactly.
Ryan
Exactly, Clarky. Exactly.
Fair comment.
Ryan
That's
Johnson is the director of The Last Jedi, Knives Out, and what's that? There's a new one that's a
The
sequel to
the other crap Knives Out film.
Oh, well, most people don't
Last
know what
one
most
you-
directors look
Yeah.
like, do they?
Yeah, well, anyway,
But they went around telling everyone that I was
We
Ryan
were telling
Johnson.
everybody.
he was sat down in a chair next to Billy D. Williams, and people were saying, "My God, that's Ryan Johnson." There isn't a photograph of
Yeah, I don't know.
that.
Have we not got a photograph of Bill? Because
Yeah, I'd sent one. I've got one with Billy.
There's a photograph.
we were
of,
in the VIP area, not
Yeah.
wanting to name.
We
drop,
were.
but
Don't know
sat
what.
with
I'm not sure why.
Billy D,
Yeah, Jeremy.
Jeremy,
Who else was back there? Paul Blake.
Paul Blake.
Was
yeah,
Paul
Paul
Blake
Blake. Yeah, because I can't find it anywhere, but there's a great picture of Jeremy, Paul Blake, and like this Woody, you, and Rob all dancing and pulling faces. I mean, like really, like school kids type picture. It's a
Okay.
brilliant picture, but I can't find it anywhere.
Billy D.
Billy
Billy
D.
D.
Billy
Yes,
D.
Billy D. Great
Okay,
guy.
favorite story.
Billy D came in
Favourite-
with security and an assistant.
Favorite story from this celebration. We're in the VIP area. Billy D comes in. There's a woman with him who's did he have a bodyguard as well?
Yes,
He had
he
a
did.
bodyguard.
Security.
I don't
He
know.
had a lady.
I don't
with him.
remember
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was
So
his PA.
He had
PA.
he had a lady with him who looked like what she was about 40, 50.
Oh God, yeah.
She's probably like 20, 25 years younger than him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cat Food's had a little bit of a drink.
Again,
Yeah.
Is
Only
every
a
story about
only
me
a
getting
small
drunk?
one. It's
Yeah.
only a small one. Okay. It's quite loud, and Billy sat there on the sofa, and this lady's near him, or sat next to him, and we're only a few feet away.
Mm.
And Cat Food says to me,
Is this before or after the security guard gets told that that Billy D is sat next to Ryan Johnson?
"I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. There was a lot happening."
Yeah.
There was a lot happening. That
But
night.
Rob said to me in a stage voice, "Should I ask Billy D's hooker to dance with me?" Right. Now, the thing is, this is the sort of joke we do all the time.
Yeah. Not in front of Billy D. Williams.
But he said it.
and his security.
It
Yeah.
was so loud.
yeah.
He like practically shouted it, and he was like 3 feet away.
You could hear it over the music.
And I thought, oh my God, Billy D. Williams got to have heard that.
Mm.
And I'm kind of like this. I'm like, and I glance over to him, and he's just got the same look on his face that he's had since he came in, just kind of like,
Yeah,
like
I'm
he's
happy to be here.
smashed- Like he smashed
He
that
looked
of his
like
head.
he was on drugs.
Oh, he looked like he was proper medicated.
Yeah, looked like he was medicated on something.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, yeah.
Well, he
And
may
then-
have had a crook in his back, something, with kidney failure.
So anyway, while this
Billy
is,
D.
while
Williams
this
has
is
not
going
got
on,
kidney failure as far as we are aware.
so while this is going on stage is Weird Al Yankovic
Weird Al Yankovic.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
He did a full set,
singing
didn't he?
away,
Yeah, he did.
right?
Did a full
And
set.
for some reason, this one managed to get
this old Anakin guy.
he-
That
he
stuff, wasn't it?
manages to get backstage.
That's right. We did a
Oh,
private.
you could go. You could go and get an autograph
It
with
was a
him.
private
couldn't you?
autograph.
No.
session.
Was it private?
Yeah.
He
There's
got
this guy-
invited.
There's this guy there, and I was
Well,
looking
he's
after
Ryan Johnson. He's going to
Well,
get
Ryan-
invited.
Ryan
Of course, yeah.
Johnson. There's this guy there, and I kept looking after his seat for him when he went to the
Oh,
bar.
that was it, yeah.
Oh yeah.
And at the end, he says,
Oh,
to me,
I see.
come with me, come with me. And I
Yeah.
was, as you know, I was fairly rat-legged by then. So I didn't take any note. I just went with him. And we went round the back.
He
of
was
this thing.
lucky to still be in the VIP area after the comments he's been
Yeah.
making all night.
Very true. And it was a signing for Weird Al. So we
So
queued up.
who was queuing up then?
There's about 20 or 30 people. Must have been invited, or I don't know. who
Must have
they
been
were.
invited because you got it for free, didn't you?
Yeah. It was a free thing. You got in, you got given a photo, and Weird Al signed them.
Have you still got it?
Yeah.
Where is it then?
Should have brought it, shouldn't I?
Yeah. Send
I've
us-
got two actually. I've got one
Yeah.
for me,
Yeah.
and I picked up another spare one on the way round. I said, "Oh, can you do this one for us?" He said, "Oh yeah." And instead of dedicating it, he just wrote Weird Al on it. He said, "Yeah, that's for eBay." Yeah, that's for
right.
eBay, something like that. He was a cool guy.
And at that point, he turned around and went, "Yeah, cheers, you cunt."
You did.
I can't remember.
Yes.
Oh, I think I did. Yeah, I think I did.
I mean, it was the way you described it to me is you basically you
remember
signed
now.
it.
Yeah.
You signed it and you
But
leaned
we were having
forward.
banter. We were having banter.
You
It was
leaned
banter.
forward and you went, "Cheers,
Yeah.
you cunt."
Yeah, no, it was banter. It was banter.
So did you sell it on eBay?
No, I've still got it.
You still got it?
Yeah, I'll have to bring it in and we'll put it up.
Yeah, we'll have a look at that.
Yeah.
Sounds funny.
I didn't even see it at the time.
Other
No, I don't think I have.
things.
Do you know what? It's probably all stuck together and everything because all the probably puke on it from
Yeah.
that
Oh,
night.
right, yes.
I wondered where he was going next.
So did I. So did I. I'm not like that.
You don't wake up the next day and
It's just with things stuck together.
drink
No.
and yeah, all that syrup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My other memory from London was when Harrison Ford and George Lucas were on the stage.
That was London.
Orlando.
That was Orlando.
Was that Orlando
Yeah,
as well?
Yeah.
That was
Orlando.
London.
Yeah, when you race down there.
Yeah. And
I've never
that's
seen an
right.
old man move so fast.
Yeah, I wanted to see though. I've never seen George Lucas in the flesh. Saw him, and at the back of the stage they had like these railings with cloths over them for the stars to get back into the stage without being seen.
Yeah.
And as they were walking back, all the people had the phones, and you were pushing the phones through the gaps like that. So I thought, sod this. I just pulled the railings apart, went in and stood there and gave him a nod. And Harrison Ford nodded back at me. George Lucas totally ignored me.
So what we've learned from all this is basically
Alcohol
cat
is
food
good for
is a
you.
handful at celebration.
Oh yeah.
This is. I'm usually the liability, so I'm really looking forward to
yeah,
spending
you-
time with Cat.
Definitely
Take
the
my crown.
liability.
Well, we can double down on liability at this celebration, so
I'm just gonna go and walk away.
that's going to be good. And I'll be in bed early, so
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
looking after the
yeah.
boys.
Don't
You
worry
have to
about
look
that.
after the
So
boys.
it
yeah.
will be. We are looking forward to celebration this year, aren't we? Aren't we?
sorry,
yeah.
just producer saying something.
That sounds like a good point to wrap it up. Like the excitement about the
Yeah,
celebration,
excitement.
but the fact
No,
that
Celebrate.
no, we've got more to go yet.
really.
Yeah, let's keep going.
Keep going.
Can you
going.
we just mentioned there, Cat Food saw George Lucas in the flesh. We've actually got a picture of me and Simon with George Lucas.
Have
Yeah.
you?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah,
I wasn't there then.
Right
Let's just bring that up. There we go. So
And that's the
anyone
man
who's
himself.
watching
The video.
on the YouTube can see now a picture of. I look quite startled.
He looks a little bit like
with his Hitler
actually.
tash.
A bit like
Is, that,
Hitler.
is startled another phrase for double chinned?
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, we're with George Lucas, but now when I look at this is not George Lucas. To anyone who's listening, this is actually a lookalike.
Oh, is it a George Lucas?
You can't even tell.
Cat food can't see, can he?
I
Well-
can't see. I've not got the right. I've not got the right.
He's a
glasses
lookalike.
on.
At the time, I
Yeah.
thought he was a really good lookalike for George Lucas.
Yeah.
But now when I look at this picture, all I see is me, you, and Guy from Archivettes. So-
Like it.
Yeah, I get you. Yeah.
What we ought to do this year, we ought to buy Guy one of those those shirts that.
Oh, the proper flannel shirts.
yeah, the
lumberjack
floral
shirt.
shirts,
Yeah,
lumberjack
yeah.
shirts that George wears.
Yeah, that'd be funny.
Uh,
The but we've
so
had,
just run through a few of them photographs then.
just aside from that, there was one year there was the guy that calls himself the real Peter Griffin. And
Oh,
he
yeah.
was there. Do you remember that? I think
Yeah.
that was the last Orlando one as well.
Well, I saw him. Yeah, he does the voice perfectly.
Yeah.
So
He
this
really
is
does.
this is
Really
the
does.
original running of the hoods.
Yes,
Back in the
that was
that was
days.
the first one. Is it Florian in the background?
Florian. Well, he organised it.
He
Organise it?
started it.
I
Yeah.
think so.
You see, it just used to be him running around on his.
Is he
on
going
his
to be
own.
there?
I'm hoping so.
No, that was it. This was the first one, wasn't it?
Oh yeah.
This celebration.
Was
This is when it all went down.
Mm.
So that's amazing. Go on, hit us up with the.
Oh.
Simon got his tattoo.
Simon's
My
Me
tattoo.
too.
Yeah.
501st RS celebration and the Imperial Cog.
Yeah.
Cool. You got any tattoos?
No,
Yeah,
Why not?
Rob's got a very interesting tattoo that he loves to talk about, actually.
Is that his W and his W?
yeah.
World of Warcraft.
World of Warcraft.
Next picture, please.
Oh, we don't want to talk about your tattoo then, Rob.
This is Simon and his friend
Sam,
good friend Sam.
who was a stormtrooper in pretty much all the movies, the recent ones.
The recent one.
Yeah,
She's very
TV
loud.
series.
Very
That's
Chris.
me and Chris Cooper's.
Yeah.
Is it? When he was in charge of the 501st, and we were sort of discussing the all the little details on the helmet, because a lot of those guys had never seen it.
No,
So.
never seen a real helmet.
Now this one, just go back there. This one, I mean, this blows my mind. This, because it's like, this is in Madame Two Swords. It's a bash for the 501st. We've been all walking all the way around all the mannequins and everything that were there,
Yeah.
and then you see, your name up on the big screens next to Sky and Hasbro and RS are all there together, and I got a kick out of it anyway.
Yeah, it was cool. It was cool.
Yeah.
That was a good bash. It was a good
a good bash.
We got to do the Madame Two Swords experience,
Mm-hmm.
and then there was a bash. The only thing was the beer was rubbish.
Well, they didn't have any.
You didn't have any, basically.
They ran out in 5 minutes.
Nothing to do with us, of course.
Well, no, but it's
Nothing to
just
do with
the fact that the 501st like a drink.
Yeah,
So Madame Two Swords was quite amazing.
it was.
I did enjoy that.
I think we've been through them all there. Oh God, yeah.
As Boris Johnson,
Yeah.
Robert Cormack from RS Props.
Yeah,
Looking a bit like Simon Pegg there, actually.
that's a bit of the old smell your mum.
I tell you what, if you're listening to this podcast actually as a podcast, which no one does, let's face it,
Well, they do actually though.
you're missing out on all the good photos. Rob feeding Anthony Hawkins a bottle of Grolsch.
Anthony.
Anthony Hawkins.
Anthony Hawkins? Stephen Hawking.
Stephen
If you don't know who Anthony Hawkins is, it's Stephen Hawkins' less famous brother.
Yeah, where did that one come from?
Anthony
Yeah,
Hopkins.
Stephen Hawking.
Yeah, 5 minutes after that, he had his hand down his pants.
Yeah.
Stephen Hawkins.
He didn't complain.
Rob's.
He didn't complain.
He didn't get to his buttons fast enough. That's
So
why.
for anyone who's listening and not seeing the photographs,
It is at Madame Two
it's
Swords,
some-
we must say.
No, it's some fun and games at Madame Two Swords with Stephen Hawkins and
Hawking. Stephen Hawking.
Hawking. Yeah.
Stephen
I
Hawking.
don't think you're in a position to correct someone on his name now. are
Stephen
you?
Hawking and Boris Johnson. They're not actually the lookalikes. They were there as
They were
well.
the real
They were invited as special guests to the 501st. It's amazing. Superb. I'm sure we got up to some shenanigans with Princess Di as well, but probably best not talk about that.
Yeah.
I think the staff had to intervene.
Yeah.
They
Children.
were looking at us funny at one point. I
Children.
do remember. But yeah, that's what basically we were just children.
If you're a Star Wars fan and you're in London,
That's what happens when
It's
grown
worth
men are
doing.
crying, laughing.
yeah, it's worth
Yeah.
doing
You get
the
noticed.
Madame Two Swords thing because they've got a big Star Wars bit.
Oh, that's a good picture of Simon there.
Which one's that?
The one where you've got a huge heed.
Oh, right, yeah.
I think that was on the Hot
Hot
Toys,
Toys booth.
quite possibly.
I can't even pronounce it, but the green sign at the back, Clarky, can you help me with that?
It's pronounced Bukaki.
No, it's not. It's not pronounced that way. It starts with a K. I can see that much. But that was the company that made those figures. They were
Oh, that's
they were
Hot Toys.
they were sort of between Hot Toys and Black Series. But you didn't have Black Series then.
No,
I think they still make these. Yeah.
I can't even see it.
Well,
Is it
these were the
Kotabu
ones that I had.
Kotabui, I think
Yeah, I
it
got
is.
one of
Yeah.
those Stormtrooper.
I had the
Yeah,
Stormtrooper
yeah.
and I did a sketch of it. And Rob then put it on your t-shirt. Do you remember?
Oh God, yeah, yeah.
Go on, hit us up with some more photographs.
That's it. Gone through them.
That's all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Been
It can't
through
be.
all of them.
It
Wow.
is.
It can't be.
No. This like go down.
No, he's like,
There's
no,
one
no,
Rogue
really,
16.
no, really. Wrap it up now. Wrap it
No.
up.
Come on.
not that
Our
one.
egos don't allow us to be no
Oh, you
more
got this. Sorry, this
photos.
is the one I was saving for last because it was the last time.
So this was last year, and
Which I didn't attend.
which you didn't attend. No.
So apologies, Celebration, for not attending.
So who have we
you
got
missed
here?
out. You missed out.
what an ego, eh?
Did we mention ego?
So
We didn't. And to
Rogue
be
One
fair,
Six, guys.
I didn't go to Chicago either.
No, we
Even
didn't,
though,
neither
even though it was
None of us went to Chicago.
even though it was at the McCormick,
Yeah.
whatever it was, exhibition center.
yeah,
You know,
that was
Should've
the
made
first one
effort.
that was like a 5-dayer as well.
Mm.
But it was a bit insane, that one.
I think it was a bit expensive. That was a problem.
I don't. It just didn't pan out. It didn't feel
No.
right.
Didn't
Nobody.
work,
I
did
think
it?
nobody. When we put it out there, nobody that we knew was like enthusiastic for going. And
I don't think we
I'm
could
not-
afford it either.
let's face it, the new Star Wars
We're
had been
not,
happening, and
Yeah.
that put me off. I mean, this celebration is about friends.
Oh yes, yeah.
That is the whole point of going.
To be
I
fair,
don't
it's
care about the Star Wars convention, to be quite honest.
mm,
It's the fact that it's going to bring everybody that I want to see into
together.
London,
Yeah,
and I'm going to be in London.
Which is what it's all about.
Exactly.
What
Yeah.
it's all about.
Exactly. I'm no interest in hearing about the latest Disney Plus.
Did you watch the Bad
TV
Batch
show.
last night? It's good, wasn't it?
I watched the Bad Batch on Wednesday. Yeah, I didn't. I watched that over Mandalorian.
is that
So
not
did-
finished yet?
No. It's just getting no, it's
No.
not getting
I didn't
better.
watch
We're still
Mandalorian.
carrying on.
I'm just waiting till I've got them all in a big block because I like
I've
to
not.
binge
I've not
watch
seen it.
Yeah.
I've not seen Mandalorian. No real interest, to be honest. Anyway, that's another story.
But
These
Bo-Katan's
guys-
But yeah.
cool.
These guys.
Well, but you'll be getting to meet the Rogue 16 guys.
I know. I can't wait, and it is going to be tummy stick heaven.
Oh, yeah, it's they're good fun, good bunch of guys. And in fact, last time I spent loads of time with Steve because he was this particular artist. He was stood there at the counter, and I heard the voice first. I was like, I know that voice. And I just like peered over his shoulder, and he just goes, and he didn't realise it was me. So, yeah, I got to spend loads of time with Steve and his kids and Chris as well, and we all sat around on a big meal together. It was great. It was fantastic.
And on that
Steve-
photo, R2 Dan's there as well.
Yeah,
Yes. Steve is looking forward to having a beer in the bar with his son,
right. Okay,
who is over 18.
but he's not over 21.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
Ah, right. So you can drink in England,
Yeah.
but you can't drink in
In the
America.
bar, officially.
We need to find Stephen some old speckled hen as well
Yeah.
because that's his favourite tipple.
Is it?
Really?
Yeah.
No, are you
Can you
making
buy
this
that
up?
in America?
He said he found it in a bar in the States, and he tried it. It's like old speckled hen, and he's like, "You must have heard of it." And I went, "Yeah, it's like sold everywhere."
What is it, though?
Old speckled
Beer.
hen. It's like a beer, it's an
beer.
IPA.
Band of
IPA.
beer.
Yeah,
Oh, here we go. Beer
likes
snob.
his beers. You
Beer
say
snob.
IPA.
Oh,
he only drinks things like Stella though, doesn't he?
Lager, lager, lager,
Favorite
lager,
name?
lager. Yeah, I like a nice, clean, fresh lager. What can I say? What can I say?
if I didn't know you were married with children.
What? He's just a lout.
No, he'd be there trying to chat me up. That's what he's trying to say.
We can't make jokes.
He
It's far too
No.
it's far too politically correct to make jokes.
No, but he does drink his pint with his little finger out.
Does
like
he?
that, yeah.
Yeah, like I drink my tea.
So close to getting all the way through this without actually having to remove anything.
Like I drink my tea.
You
So
can just beep
close.
it out, just beep the word
Don't
out.
drink your beer full of plastic.
True.
So what we're looking forward
Or out of
to?
a dirty mug. Although somebody has washed my mug.
There you go. It's going to be on telly.
What am I? So what we're looking forward to?
What we're looking forward to most. Not being ill after drinking too much, but drinking sufficient.
I am looking forward to drinking some nice cold beers with some great friends.
Yeah.
And because celebrations at this time of year, you know those beers are going to be cold. Because, folks, all you Americans, you're in for a shock. It's
Yeah, it's
freezing
cold.
in the
It's,
UK.
it's colder than normal.
Yeah, it's colder than normal in the UK at the moment.
And the cost of putting your heating on is so expensive.
Hey, I've just retired. I can't afford to put my heating on.
What's heating?
I've got to
We
go
can't
down.
say anything we never
I've
had.
got to collect my pension on Wednesday.
Yeah. I was actually
So what are you looking forward to at Celebration?
getting my first pension check. I mean, I'm looking forward to meeting all the guys. There's a lot of people I,
I
know.
think it's definitely the social aspect.
The social aspect of it. That's what we're going for. isn't it?
It is now.
We're huge Star Wars fans, but at the same time,
I mean,
we're going to Celebration to meet people. and
to
have
be
fun.
fair, most conventions to me, pretty much most of them are I would say a sci-fi car boot sale. You know, it's a lot of the same stuff is being sold,
Yeah.
from your Funko Pops to, you know, these your
Funko Pops.
Gentle Giant stands. Like, I'm interested to see what Prop Store will have on their stand,
All right.
because they only had a very small.
we're being
stand.
serious. Sorry.
Yeah.
They only had a very small
They
stand.
had a small stand at Anaheim last year. Interesting to see what they bring with them this year.
Probably more
always
on
good.
account of it being in London.
Well, yeah,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
hoping
And
so.
it's Prop Store
Hopefully, some
London.
of the rare
Yeah, but
Star Wars things, like maybe their Jedi helmet. 'cause they've got
I mean,
one,
last
haven't
time they had the.
Yeah. Who knows? Maybe the Tuscan.
they? Maybe the Tuscan. That's nice. We saw
It won't
those-
be. It
we
won't
saw
be.
that. You won't bring it.
It won't be that.
Well, they had the X-wing there last time.
That was a
It was-
tie the year before.
That was just going into auction at the LA auction.
Well, I'm assuming that they will be bringing some stuff.
I would have thought so. Yeah.
Well, will they be
We've
bringing-
manhandled things before, haven't we?
Oh God,
yeah.
yeah. So I'm always.
Yeah.
That's always
But
a good,
it's
a good
always
part to,
it's always a
of
treat.
the actual convention.
It's always a treat
itself.
for us to visit the prop store
Booth.
Yeah.
So yeah, aside from
Looking
that,
forward to dropping in on the Hasbro stand.
I'll see what
I
there is.
believe they're bringing no stock and they're not selling anything.
Really?
You can buy the exclusive, which is some Darth Vader thing, and it's via QR code and ordering online.
Oh right. Okay.
So there'll be no physical sales apparently.
What's
Oh,
the point
ridiculous.
in that?
What are they coming for?
Obviously.
Show off.
It'd be interesting to see what they have as far as an experience at
Yeah, 'cause
this celebration.
In the
because-
past, they've had the Belgian guys with the huge props.
Yeah, yeah.
In London last year, they were there with their Millennium
Well,
Falcon. and-
like for instance, in Anaheim last year, they had all the props and
Yeah, and
costumes
Michael.
from The Mandalorian.
yeah.
Project X1.
Project X1, hopefully they'll be there. But it'd be interesting to see what Disney will
Oh,
bring.
Disney themselves, you mean? Yeah.
'Cause like last time in London, they had all the costumes from Rogue One.
Yeah. They'll
So-
have Mandalorian stuff, but
They may do, they may not.
What-
You don't know.
What are they going to be promoting? What's
well, that's it because Mandalorian's halfway through the season. That's the only live action.
Is it?
Going at the moment? Unless they're going to bring because they're talking about there are some more live action shows in production.
Well, Ahsoka's going to be
Ahsoka.
is the next one.
So maybe they'll bring us some
Ahsoka.
Ahsoka.
So
Is it Ash or Ashoka or Ahsoka?
Ahsoka. It's one of them
Is it?
splashy ones.
Right, I see. So they'll have props and costumes from that.
hopefully
Do you think?
Yeah,
they should have just wrapped on that in the case.
yeah.
What I know from
Will there be
people
any
that have-
Andor stuff there? Probably not.
No, there should be.
Well,
There
they
might be
they
more
might be
Andor
filming Andor
stuff,
2 now in England.
He's not there though,
Is he not? No.
is he?
and he's not signing now.
He's not signing. He might show up though.
He might do a
Ahsoka's-
stage. They might do a stage thing with him on one of the panels.
Oh, they might have
Is,
some Jedi stuff.
Is
You
Pedro
don't know.
Pascal there?
No, Pedro
No.
Pascal's not. I would have liked him to have been there.
No.
Yeah.
Is he going to play the Mandalorian again?
Yeah.
Doubtful.
But it doesn't matter because if he doesn't take his helmet off, no one knows. I mean, the reason.
Doubtful.
I mean, John Wayne's son, the stuntman, did most of the work apparently in his costume.
Yeah.
So he only had to be on. I suppose he only had to be on set for a few hours to do his whole 12 episodes.
Don't get me started on the non removing the helmet thing.
over not removing the helmet thing.
Yeah, please
On
don't.
the subject of that, though, I've got a Bo-Katan helmet for sale if anyone's interested. Just shoot me up.
Where have you got that from?
It's Black Series.
Oh, right.
Yeah, you
Oh
say that,
my
but
God, you snob.
It's this
You
is
snob.
the only
You
decent.
hater. You hater.
Actually,
The
I'm going for Katie's autograph at Celebration.
Yeah.
And also, I'd just like to clarify the amount of stuff I've seen come through the store. Simon's not a snob when it comes to buying Star Wars.
Yeah, I'll buy anything, but I won't buy that because
You say
I've
that
already.
it's the only decent Black Series helmet they've ever released.
Well, unfortunately, I've already bought a Bo-Katan helmet
Oh, have you?
that's
Which
on
one
its
did
way.
you get?
It's made by one of the guys in Germany, I think.
Oh, right.
It's not like a main make one
Right.
or licensed or anything like that
No, but
because I
it'd be
wanted
good
it to be more accurate
Yeah,
than,
of course.
than a toy.
Well, I've got one of the toys for sale if anyone's interested at the right price.
Are we saying that the toys aren't accurate? I mean, you know,
Oh, they are inaccurate.
Rob and I did make a video a few years back. About
Yeah, you got slated for it as well.
we got slated for being honest about it.
That's true. Yeah, I mean, it's just not my thing.
Not that this is about it now, but that element of those toys for me, it's just the simple cost of them. Like I remember going back, what, it was 3 or 4 years ago, we looked at those EFX and Black Series FET helmets now. But when Rob told me how much they were, that was insane. For what? And then people were saying, well, we can't afford to pay
He's
your
rerunning it.
prices.
He's reliving it now.
Well, it annoys me because
reliving it.
when you look at
He's
what you're
annoyed.
getting for it, it's ridiculous
Ridiculous.
for not being accurate.
He's reliving it.
I am.
He's still.
I'm going to cut
He's
it.
still
I'm
seething.
going to cut this bit.
Anyway, so yeah, so plenty to look forward to. We're on a countdown now. We've got a few things that we're going to be bringing along. To
14
show people.
days.
14 days.
14 days.
Our own exclusive, which I can't tell you
if
anything
you
about.
if you're listening to this on the night it goes out, which is precisely 14 days before the event starts on the Friday, then do check out Rogue One 6 tomorrow on YouTube. We'll be having a little
We'll be
chat.
having-
We'll be having a little chat with a lot of
We'll
UK
be
guys on a celebration pre-celebration.
Oh, you got your other show, have you?
Honestly.
I'm cutting that. Not
lot of
promoting
stuff to
another
listen
show
to.
on this one.
Yeah. Fuck you.
But there are a lot of the guys that I'm looking forward to meeting. Parminder, Tony
Yeah.
is going to be on there.
We met Parminder. He was
He's
at
been
the,
in
Oh yeah, I know.
Parminder's
I know we
at
met
the,
before, but
yeah, he was at the
Yeah.
It's
the last
nice when it's
ever
in social.
RS Prop Masters evening do.
Yeah.
he did attend one of those.
Yeah.
Looking forward to meeting him again.
Yeah, he's a cool guy.
With a cold beer in one hand, and maybe something else in the other hand.
A child.
I'll leave that to your imagination. No, maybe something else.
A special something to be released on the day.
A trinket.
A trinket.
Trinket. So yeah, I cannot wait to meet a load of guys.
Going back to my comment from before.
And being Tommy Stick Heaven. So we will be there on the.
Please don't Google Tommy Sticks.
We will be there on the.
I'm getting my car keys out. Oh my god, I'm ready to go.
On the.
I still don't know how we're getting there.
We'll be there on the Friday. I think we are going to do. Probably won't mention it now because Clark has not worked it out yet. But we will be doing a live stream on the Friday night to give our first impressions of the con. If you want to check that out.
Judging by your stories of every other con, the Friday's going to be a write-off because you lot are getting there on the Wednesday or Thursday, so you'll be too hungover on the Friday to do anything.
No,
Where are we going to do it?
because I am professional.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm going to cut myself off there before I start.
And then we've got the meet and greet on the Saturday.
Yes.
7 o'clock.
Um,
7 o'clock.
7 o'clock or after the convention. Just get yourself there.
We're going to be there probably from after the convention.
Or at 7 o'clock.
No, we're going to be there from after the convention.
You say that. You know I like to be fashionable.
Well, I know you like to be fashionably late, but you've also got 2 kids and a wife that you've got to sort of wrangle into some sort of getting over to the
they
pub
hate
at the
being
time.
fashionably late.
We need to be there before 7 because people are going to be arriving at 7.
Exactly.
And you know what?
And he's going home at 7 because he'll be pissed out of his brains by then.
Are we gonna have like people in there? We're gonna have the lights are gonna go down and the smoke's gonna come in.
Possibly.
Either like some weird Star Wars tribute or like a really
Oh,
low
my
rate
God.
boxing match.
Amazing.
Are we?
Yeah.
There might be something for people to see.
Or like Take Me Out when you come down in the lift and you got entrance music.
Yeah.
Are we?
What would your entrance music be on Take Me Out?
I don't know what you're talking about. but
Okay,
it'd
then.
Probably be a theme from Rocky.
Okay.
Not original cat food.
I know it's not original, but you only gave me 2 seconds to think of it. I'm just not that fast thinking after this much alcohol.
So,
Star Wars event. It's got to be the Imperial March.
Yeah. Car keys are turning the lights out. I think
What's just happened? I've just noticed something's just changed.
the screen went off.
Oh, that's not my doing, but that is the general sign for hurry the fuck up.
Right.
yeah.
We've got something that we need to address before we go there. Remember, because we are calling this the second podcast.
Just wait 1 second. Clark is going to get to the important bit now that you need to listen to.
I'll cut that out.
Go.
Yeah, this is the second podcast, as you said at the beginning.
Yeah.
However, it's
Of a
actually
series of 2.
it's the third we've
It's
put
the
out
third.
because last week's was a podcast as well. But
What was it?
Yeah, last week's is we're doing a series of what's going on at RS. Where it's
That's a series of 1.
but-
That's been and gone now.
But what I mean is,
This is episode 2.
yes, but it's the third podcast. Anyway, I tried to talk last week about the dogs.
Oh yeah.
You said you wanted to shout out some dogs because
Oh,
dogs,
you should remind me at the beginning. We could have done it all the way through.
dogs listen to podcasts. So the dogs,
Dogs don't listen to podcasts. Their owners put them on.
Yeah, to so that the dogs will go to sleep.
While
That's what happened with my dogs.
Probably
At your
while,
last podcast.
yeah, probably while they go out to have a drink or something.
Yeah, but I fell asleep as
And
well.
they can leave their dogs with our company, and we put the dogs to sleep.
It's not like the vet.
humanely.
No,
Not that,
Yeah.
actually, yeah.
We don't do it like the vet does, you know.
So moving forward, are you going to be podcasting every Friday night YouTube
No.
as well as the
No.
podcasts?
No,
Just the podcasts from now
no,
on.
because I'll be spread too thin.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Nothing about you two then.
That's a fair comment.
Octavia.
Have you got dog names?
I've got one. Casey. His dog's called Octavia. So
There you go.
there's a shout out to Octavia.
So the other dogs we're going to do is I've got a timeshare dog who's called Jaeger. So am I going?
Jaeger.
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 Is he the bomb?
Who calls their dog Jaeger?
Well, he was adopted, so he was named Jaeger when they got him.
All right.
But
I
he's
think you can change the
he's
name,
a
you know.
lovely little
If you don't know,
cocker Dobrador poodle mongrel thing. he's just a lovely little dog.
Who's this? Is this your dog?
My timeshare dog Jaeger.
Timeshare.
Your timeshare dog?
Yeah, I look after him. Well, I did until my children turned out to be allergic
right.
to dogs, but we used to have them all the time. So hello, Jaeger. Gaz M listened to the podcast while out walking his dog Brody. Brody is a border collie, so he wanted a
Brody.
shout out for Brody.
Paul's got a dog called Bodie,
He does indeed.
not Brody. I
this-
should always said he should have called it Brody because clerks. No, mole rats.
This was my favourite from last week. Steve DeRose, our friend from Rogue One Sixth, sent me a message of him in his man cave, Star Wars room, whatever you want to call it. I'll find the picture and put it up for the video for the viewers. But his two dogs were sat watching last week's non-podcast.
Right.
He's got this huge telly which had my face on it. And as that happened, one of the dogs pissed all over the floor.
That's no moon. That's Clarky's
So
face.
Steve said,
Bitches usually use control of their
What this is him?
of their bladder,
Bodily
don't they?
functions.
so Steve
Oh, yeah.
said, Riley just got up and pissed on the floor. Not sure if that was a commentary on the podcast.
Probably.
probably will.
Yeah.
And something else I've just got to raise. German Dan got in touch with me after you guys were talking the other week about
Riley.
about Starine, and said, I didn't comment, I'm not going to do his accent, I didn't comment publicly, but when I heard Rob go, we did the first ones out of Starine listening to other people, I literally went, I told you not to use hips from the get-go, especially the acrylic cap stuff. Guess who he didn't listen to?
Does he ever listen to you?
So, yeah. So
Dan knows best.
And I said, I'll bring that up next time we shoot. So,
Badger, Willow, they're my dogs. I
Is
just
that
get the
yours?
shout out. Yeah.
Are they yours?
Yeah.
Badger.
Badger and Willow.
Badger and Willow.
Badger because he looks like a badger. He's got a white stripe.
All right.
And Willow looks like a tree.
Willow.
Looks like a tree. Willow's very dainty.
Last thing, I'm going to bring it back to the sponsorship for the downhill gravity race that we're taking part in a few weeks. We're now another week on. What progress
Crazy.
have we made, Rob?
0.
Cat food is not confident in the slightest that it's going to happen.
We read the rules.
Cat food's just very.
What
I'll be honest with you,
did
cat
we
food.
decide what we're going to do yet?
I find
No.
cat food's very pessimistic.
Have the people been down to visit? Did the people come down to visit?
Not yet. That's what he's just trailing.
Oh, right.
He's trailing for it now.
I'm actually not. I'm trailing just to drive people to donate because we did get a good chunk of donations. We got about 125 quid after the last.
If we get donations, we have to do it.
We do have to do it.
Well, we are doing it. By hook or by crook.
So there
I'll
is
be
a link. Anyway, there's a link on our Instagram. There's a link.
If we can't get a car made in time, you'll just have to go on your unicycle.
Fair comment.
There will be links on Facebook. There will be links on the Instagram page, and there will be links under the YouTube video.
I
So
wonder if you could wear your Stormtrooper on your unicycle.
I have done it.
Oh my god. Oh my god. How much would people donate if they could see a unicycling Stormtrooper?
Been done.
let's find out.
Look at Rob. Oh, it's so done. So done.
Cat food's done. Look at him putting his glasses on.
I was just going to see if I got a picture of me doing it, but I think I haven't now. I got a picture of me on a rabbit.
So is that all the business for this evening then?
I think that is the business for this evening, yeah?
No.
Business for
you're
this
the
evening
business.
over. Time to go home.
1
You're
hour,
the business.
1 hour, 41 minutes.
Yeah, but who's counting?
I'd like to congratulate you today, Rob. You were the least annoying person on the podcast.
Thank you very much.
Today it was cat food because
Thank
he was
you.
moving wildly about 3 feet away in and out of his microphone.
And you know, I
That's
had
why he's
something
here.
I
That's
tried-
why he's here.
I try not to do. I tried not to. I tried to.
You failed miserably.
What we need is like a thing that holds your head in position. Like we used to have when he took photos and had those long
like-
exposures.
Look, it's a dungeon, but it's not that kind of
Like,
Yeah.
like when they took your photos and they had long exposure photos.
Yeah.
Is this in the 20s?
No, 18th century.
18th
don't know.
century?
Yeah, early 90s. late
Do you miss
18th.
them? You might have one of them rigs at home.
I probably
Have a
have.
look.
I
Yeah,
probably
have a
have.
look.
Is that when they used to have like them flashes that used to like, explode?
Yeah. And then until they became fashionable for Star Wars.
There you go.
Oh, look at Clarky now.
We were meant to be shooting something else tomorrow, but that's not happening if this is going to get edited to go out tomorrow.
What we were going to be shooting tomorrow?
I don't know.
Right.
Tutorial.
Tutorial. Yeah.
They're boring. No one
Tutorial.
watches them anyway.
Cat food. If it pleases the two people who've been
You're
very
paying the
politely
wages.
pestering me for a few months, then
They need to be done now.
Fair comment.
So we've got a record of it because
How far you're on with the scout help?
the way your memory is, you need a reminder of how to do this stuff.
I don't know which one of you is like literally sex pest breathing down the microphone right now. It's not cat food. He's nowhere near it.
It's me.
Wrap it up.
That's a wrap. We'll see you guys in 2 weeks. Celebration.
Be there or be square.
And on that and on that 70s catchphrase,
I'm going home.
we will see you on the next one. Thanks for watching, and do check out YouTube, all the social medias, and thanks for being there and putting up with us. Riley.
Octavia.
Yeah.
Octavia.
Badger. Whoa!
Wouldn't if anyone's got a
Mushroom.